Good morning and welcome back to another video, and today Kaido has a dragon devil fruit? Let's go. Okay, so it has been revealed in chapter 921 of One Piece that Kaido has a mythical zoan dragon devil fruit. Oh my days, this is so awesome. Okay, and it kind of sees in the chapter that the clouds are pretty much shaping and warping just before Kaido actually shows himself and commands Jack to basically find those brats, meaning straw hats. Brats, straw hats. Either ways. And to be honest, this kind of gives us a good idea on what he actually is. And it's pretty much shown as he is pretty much like a typical Japanese type dragon with some Chinese dragon influences to it. So like obviously you can tell by the facial features of the shape in which he is a dragon. Now, first thing that I want to cover is, because mainly I talk about devil fruit a lot, if you haven't noticed, but pretty much the capabilities of his devil fruit. Now, obviously you would think that because it's a zoan type, you would gain some form of strength increase, which you would, because honestly, I haven't seen like hardly any zoan devil fruit users not have a strength increase when they actually have a zoan type devil fruit, because it's more of a physical kind of devil fruit to actually consume and use. Now, the next thing that I want to cover is, just like Marco's mythical zoan phoenix, he has the flames of restoration where he can heal himself and he can heal other people, not to the extent of like how fast he can heal himself to other people, but you get the gist. Basically, so I did a bit of reading on the actual Asian type dragons per se, of what they can actually do, and I looked in Western dragons and other types of dragons like wyverns and lidworms and all that type of jazz, but we are going to focus predominantly on the Asian style of dragons, mainly because it's based in Wano and it's based off of feudal Japan, so at the end of the day it's definitely going to be something along those lines from the types of dragons from Japanese mythology. Now, looking into this, the dragons are typically portrayed as long and scaly, obviously, because they're dragons. And we kept reading, 4 legs, blah blah blah. Traditionally, they symbolize the potent and auspicious powers. So here we go. This could actually be something along those lines of what his extra powers would be, as mythical zoans seem to have a form of, obviously, the power of a zoan and or the power of some form of like paramecia type power. Now, I looked into this and it said that they particularly control over water, rainfall, hurricanes and floods. What are the calamities? Jack the Drought. That would be considered, obviously, a calamity, because it's something that would happen, and it states that they would primarily, particularly control over water, rainfall, hurricanes or floods. So this kind of seems that it's still along the same lines as the calamities, but he's pretty much the Hurricane Kaido. That would be a really cool name to actually call him, Hurricane Kaido. That would be awesome. And to be honest, we have some supporting evidence for this, that he can manipulate the weather for the actual types of cloud patterns which actually happened before he even showed up. So this could be a little hint on that he has the ability to actually control the air or the winds, so to speak. Now, reading along, this actually shows that some of the Japanese dragons are also symbols of power such as strength or good luck. Now, I would be more along the lines of strength towards Kaido, as it's Kaido, man. I don't really need to explain it anymore. This guy's like invincible, but we will get onto his strength in a minute. They also extended a range of supernatural powers, such as being able to change size or form. Keep that in your pocket for 2 seconds. And most are able to take human shapes. They are able to fly among the clouds or hide in water. Would not think that it would work if it's a devil fruit, obviously. That his dragon devil fruit would allow him to go in the water because he would drown like any other devil fruit user. Now, going along with this, they are able to perform clouds. So as we've seen with Momonosuke's devil fruit, he is able to actually produce clouds using his devil fruit. So that being the case, would Kaido be able to make pretty much little mini sky islands that he can climb on? I'm not going to take this out of the range of possibility, but that would be absolutely cool as hell to see. But at the end of the day, they have the ability to change colour or blend in with some of their surrounding, as affecting the form of camouflage, such as being able to hide. But to be honest, Kaido doesn't really need to hide, guys. But that being the case, they are depicted in Western culture as scaly, fire-breathing dragons, or with massive wings and 4 legs, and they stand upright like a giraffe type thing. You know what I'm getting at right now. Personally, obviously, I doubt that Kaido will breathe fire, to be honest. I don't reckon that's going to happen. It is in the range of possibility, but I don't think that's going to happen. By the way, I just want to clear this up with his scales. Dragons are usually have the ability to not be penetrated by any mortal weapons, such as Smaug from Lord of the Rings, and like loads of other different monsters. They usually have a mythical weapon in order to actually break through it and get into the dragon's body, so to speak. But at the end of the day, this could actually show why Kaido is so goddamn dangerous. And I believe that the scar on his side will be something that they can exploit in order to hurt Kaido, because his scales do not cover up his scar. So it could be something along the lines of the Desolation of Smaug, where they have to hit that one specific spot over and over again to defeat Kaido. I'm leaving that with that. On that note, I'm going to look into that one a little bit more before I make another video about it, because I do have a feeling that they will exploit this weakness in Kaido's body to actually gain the upper hand, because at the end of the day, you're going against a Yonko, you're going to need all the help you can get, especially if he's a dragon. But at the end of the day, if he actually is a dragon, I do reckon that he has the ability to control the winds or air in general. So being able to produce clouds from his body, like Momonosuke's, basically an actual full version of Momonosuke's Devil Fruit, which would be over frickin' powered, because at the end of the day, a indestructible fricking monster behemoth. And then he can pretty much make a hurricane. Kaido the Hurricane. Seriously, I swear that would be the most amazing thing to actually be called. Like John the Hurricane. That'd be awesome. I should call myself John the Hurricane. I need to find that devil fruit though, because that devil fruit would absolutely be insane. Being able to actually control the weather, as I'm pretty much speculating at this point, but it actually does say in the forms for the Japanese type dragons, they have control over like hurricanes, rainfall, water and floods, and along with that, with the calamities being able to be literally, they are catastrophes across the things. So most people have been speculating, as Jack is known as Drak the Drought, then obviously the other calamities will be known as such. So it could be King the Flood. I don't know. I really don't know. But at the end of the day, I reckon Kaido would be the hurricane that destroys everyone. Because at the end of the day, a hurricane would pretty much wipe out most naval ships in One Piece. Unless you're exceedingly lucky or you have the best navigator in the world. Which the Straw Hats do, of course. But at the end of the day, I am so chuffed with this. Like, I have had, like, way too many coffees today. I am literally buzzing off my ear. But I wanted to make this video because it would be so cool. Like, we can now speculate on what his full powers could be. As we know now, he's a freaking dragon. Oh! That's the only way I can describe it, is just pure destruction. This guy is known as like the most indestructible thing going. He can be defeated, mind. He has been defeated, but he has not been killed. So that is one thing we need to take into consideration, but that is no means that he is weak. Obviously, Kaido was able to just smack up 3 supernovas, well, 4 supernovas in one. So at the end of the day, this guy is just insanely powerful. But now, we do know why and how he actually went up to the Sky Islands. He's a dragon. He flew. Well done. But at the end of the day, guys, that is all I've got to talk about at the moment. I have got loads of theories in my head right now. So that being the case, guys, have a lovely rest of the day, and I shall see you in the next video tomorrow. Bye-bye.
No, I can be responsible. It ain't my